Coming up on the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
We take you inside a women's lacrosse workout with head coach Josh Hexter mic'd up.
I'll take you on a tour of Elon's newest athletic facility with athletic director Dave Blank.
And we sit down with the 3 seniors who reflect on their careers and their education at Elon.
All that and more next on the Elon Phoenix Weekly. And welcome to another edition of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Kimberly Wisniewski.
And I'm Joe DiRienzo. Thanks for joining us on your ESPN2 local sports break. Elon prides itself on its athletic facilities as every team plays in a venue that has been built or renovated since the turn of the century.
The most recent team to benefit is this Phoenix softball team, who have the brand new Hunt Softball Park. Athletic director Dave Blank took me on a tour to show off all the new features the team is enjoying.
In the eyes of the athletic department, this facility raises the bar for our women's softball program beyond the quotations of significantly.
You know, one of the biggest things is this puts us right in the middle of the campus where we got football across the street, baseball across the street.
This brings us with like all the other teams in the SoCon.
The opening of Hunt Softball Park, including BB&T Field, truly marks the start of a new chapter in the history of the Elon Phoenix softball program.
So on behalf of the Elon University Board of Trustees, I declare this facility is henceforth to be known as Hunt Softball Park and BB&T Field.
On February 28th, the Elon community gathered across the road from Latham Park and Rhodes Stadium to welcome a brand new facility into the Elon Athletics program. Hunt Softball Park and BB&T Field were officially opened for spring play by Elon University President Leo Lambert, along with trustee Vicki Hunt and local business leader Sam Hunt, whom the park was named after. With help from BB&T Corporation, Zach and Dot Walker, and alumni Florence Kivett Childress and Camille Kivett, the new facility propels Elon into a more competitive position with other programs in the Southern Conference. Director of Athletics Dave Blank gave me a tour of the new park and pointed out some of the amazing new features.
We can go inside and look at all the different amenities and see how the park lays out and all the benefits that our women's softball players will enjoy while they play here.
Wonderful. Our first stop on the tour took us directly behind home plate, where the days of metal bleachers have been replaced by plastic chair back seats.
There's 313 seats here, all chair backs. So we wanted all of our fans to be able to have their own personal space, but to be able to come in and enjoy the game and relax.
For the fans now, they actually feel like they're part of the game.
The stadium itself just gives you a bigger feel when you walk into it. Anytime you can come into something, you've got all these seats that are surrounding all the action right here in front of you. And to a recruit, it kind of creates an arena as opposed to a wide open field. That East Field kind of gave you a lot more space feeling around the fence and everything, but this is more of a theater feel to a recruit. So when they walk up, that's what they want because all the attention is focused on you as an athlete. This gives the fans an environment to be comfortable, but to really be involved in the game.
Next on our tour was an area the players were extremely excited about, the dugout. Okay, we're now in the lovely new dugouts here. Can you kind of point out some of the features of these new dugouts and kind of what it means to now have the whole team be able to fit in one?
I think that's the first time I've ever heard a dugout referred to as lovely, so that's what I'm chuckling at. The dugouts are a great feature of the ballpark. We were able to make them spacious. We can fit the entire program.
We're growing as a program, so now we can have 24 players, ourselves and our staff, and nobody's on top of each other, and it's just a better feeling.
There's lights in this dugout. There are heating units in this dugout for cold weather when we play and the sun goes down and it gets cold. And of course all the storage and all the area for the players to be able to have their own space, put things in their cubbies, hang their bat bags and things like that, which is just a really nice feature.
Directly behind the dugout is a practice space, large enough to get the whole team involved.
I mean, as much as we play and compete on the main field, this is your everything happens area, your practice, your pitching, your catching, your hitting, anything goes on this. But what this is going to be right here, as you can see through the tunnels, you see the chain link fence in the background. That fence will go away in phase 2, and we're building a building that will sit right there. That will be our locker room. We'll have our coaching offices and amenities for the program, so the entire softball program can exist right here at the facility. And that is on schedule to begin construction later this spring to be ready for the team before they start next season in January of 2014. So we're excited about that progress.
With construction of Phase 2 just about to start, Hunt Softball Park will continue to operate and provide a great experience for the Elon community and the student athletes on the team. Thank you, Mr. Blank, for this wonderful tour you gave us. This is an absolutely beautiful facility, and can't wait to come here and watch some games this season.
Well, I'm with you on that, and we're excited for our student athletes and our softball program to be able to use this for years to come.
Absolutely. The Phoenix have already christened the new stadium, as senior Tamika Watson has set both the single season and career records for home runs. You can check out Tamika, the team, and the new ballpark next weekend as the Phoenix take on SoCon foe Western Carolina.
And that brings us to today's trivia. Can you name Elon's first four-sport athlete? The answer to that coming up later.
We've got to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we listen in on Coach Josh Hector's as we have him mic'd up for women's lacrosse practice.
And later, we reflect on lifetime's worth of achievement with 3 seniors whose time as members of the Phoenix is coming to a close.
As we go to break, take a look at upcoming Elon baseball and softball games.
Gotta find a way for me to get us together and for you to see. Could you smile at your face, a tattoo, a can of rain.
We'll be right back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2. There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education.
What is living the maroon life? It's more than just the hustle and the sweat. It's more than just the pain and the frustration. It's more than just the triumph and the glory. The maroon life is you. Yes, you. You, the athlete, striving to be at your best day in and day out. You, the alumni who have been in the stands supporting Elon for years. You, the fans who stream into games hours before kickoff. And you, the little ones who will be the next generation of Phoenix fans. You are what drives Elon Athletics, and you are the reason we do what we do. There is so much history and tradition behind our maroon. Conference titles, All-American, and national championships. But there is so much history and tradition yet to be made. So join us. Live the maroon life.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
You're watching the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
Elon Phoenix Weekly is made possible by the students of the School of Communications in association with the dedicated coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics.
Last week, we introduced you to the coaching staff for Elon's newest sport, women's lacrosse. This week, we take you inside one of Coach Hexter's practices as he works with the 4 women making the transition from club to varsity lacrosse.
Here we go. Let's get out some aggression here. And right here, you got her flat, right? A lot of times if people are playing you, they're not getting their stick over here that much, right? They're just trying to hold you and recover and potentially even going for one of these checks. So when you recognize that your hands are free, right? Even though it feels like she has position on you, right? Right here, you can get your turn and get your shot off. Take it to them. Make it like, if you have to, run them over. Good, and shoot it early, good. Put yourself in a position where you can score right away. There's nobody on me, there's no point in me being behind the goal line, right? Tough to score from back here. So we're gonna start right up here, and all we're gonna do is throw the pass. I want you on the catch, right? To turn, we're gonna fake high, fake low, and when you fake low, everything about you is low, okay? Low, and then from here, roll your hands over, stick it high. Yes, Bish's got some anger in her, I like it. That was great. That was great, except for the wide shot. Start your move early, right? So that you can cut back before there's contact. When there does start to be contact, show them your back, turn the corner. Nice hands.
Nice.
If you know any girls interested in playing lacrosse, Coach Hexter will be hosting 2 camps this summer. Check out elonphoenix.com for more information.
Coaches at the collegiate level have more to worry about than just coaching up their players. They have the rigorous task of convincing high school athletes to spend 4 years of their life at their institution. We caught up with Coach Swepson to talk about the recruiting class he brings in for the 2013 football season.
At the end of every college football season, coaches watch as some of their players get ready to leave for either the NFL draft or because it's simply time to graduate. And as exciting as that is, coaches also know that it's time to retool their teams for success for next year. And that's no different for Elon Phoenix football coach Jason Swepson.
You know, we finished the season 3-8. Obviously a disappointing season for Elon University. Midway through the season, when I realized our team was not big enough or strong enough, that's when I made a decision that we needed to recruit size and strength. So we made that conscious effort halfway through the season, and then when the season completed, that was our main focus, is to get bigger. You know, we finished this past year finishing the season with walk-ons on both the offensive line and defensive line, and to be successful in the Southern Conference, that can't happen late in the season. So with those 2 positions, obviously you can't fix overnight because you got to develop at those positions. Those kids got to come in, spend a year in the weight room, spend a year in the cafeteria, and get bigger.
A challenge often faced by college football coaches is losing talented players who are not easily replaceable. At Elon, wideout Aaron Millette is ready to head to the NFL draft. But where does that leave Coach Swepson in the Phoenix?
Well, we're not going to replace Aaron Millett. You know, I think what we're going to try to do is just spread the ball around a little bit more. And it's going to give other guys like Rashawn Rory an opportunity to step up and contribute to the team a little bit more. So, you know, we're going to develop a run game. We can't be one-dimensional, you know, and that's where Aaron made us one-dimensional, because we had to get the ball in his hands because he was the playmaker.
Aside from looking for players with size and strength, or someone who can replace talented players like Millett, there are other qualities Coach Swepson looks for in potential recruits.
These young men have to come in and sit in the classroom, sit in this environment, and be successful outside of football. When we bring them on campus, we know that they can play football. The question is, are they going to be able to survive on campus doing the academics? So that's our main focus when we're looking at these young men, is that are they going to be a well-rounded student athlete here at Elon University.
Coach Swepson is bringing in 28 recruits for this next upcoming season, along with the 40 recruits that he brought in last season. With a lot of young men, Coach Swepson is hoping for the Elon Phoenix staff's success next year.
I think we're building a foundation. You know, I'm going into year 3, and our foundation starts with the offense and defensive line. I really feel like going into year 3 that, you know, those 2 positions are solidified, and that the foundation is built, and that we're going to constantly have winning programs here at Elon.
The Phoenix started spring football practice this past week as they prepare for their 12-game slate in the fall. If you're interested in seeing the Phoenix play in Rose Stadium next school year, check out elonphoenix.com for tickets.
And that brings us to today's history, as we look at the greatest men's basketball player to play in Alumni Gym.
On this day in Elon sports history, we jump back to the era of jumping jack Jesse Branson basketball. Branson was a basketball sensation for the Fighting Christians from 1961 to 1965, when he broke just about every Elon record in the book, setting 17 new all-time Elon records and tying another in a fabulous 4-year career. Branson scored 780 points in 29 games, equivalent to about 27 points per game, the highest total ever by an Elon player in a single season. The all-time leading scorer was named Conference MVP and All-American twice in his career, in addition to being asked to try out for the NAIA's Olympic team. And that's this day in Elon sports history.
We have to take another break, but don't go anywhere, because when we return, we look back on the prolific careers of 3 Elon seniors who are wrapping up their time as a part of the Phoenix.
As we go to break, check out more Elon sporting events coming up this week.
You're watching the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2. There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
Through their daily pursuit of excellence, Elon student athletes have gained recognition for their achievements both on and off the field.
Building a winning tradition takes hard work and dedication.
Dedication to the Maroon life.
Where success is not only measured by just wins and trophies,
but also by the knowledge we gain.
At Elon, we're more than just athletes.
We're student athletes.
Providing support enables success, helps sustain the winning tradition of Elon Athletics, while securing the future of our student athletes for years to come. And now back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
Welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Earlier in the show, we asked, who was Elon's first four-sport athlete? The answer, Joe Newman, who by 1921 had earned varsity letters in football, basketball, baseball, and track.
Every year, Elon welcomes in new athletes, but also celebrates as seniors wrap up their careers and walk across the stage, shaking President Lambert's hand. We often forget that their journey did not begin at Elon, and while at Elon, they weren't only athletes, they were student athletes.
My name is Kelsey Evans. I'm a senior on the Elon women's basketball team. I've been playing basketball since I was about 8, third grade. I was always taller than, I guess, everyone else, or the mean. But I really loved the sport, and I really took a great liking to it and had a lot of passion for it. Once I got to high school, I realized that, you know, if I worked really hard at this, that I could be pretty good, and hey, maybe I could go play in college and go to the next level. I came here for basketball, but you know, it's the student athlete, it's the education. And coming here, I wasn't sure what exactly I wanted to do, but I knew I was really interested in research. So my junior year, I got involved with Dr. Eric Hall and Dr. Caroline Ketchum, and they are working on a concussion project. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. It's something that I could kind of relate to, being an athlete, and you know, kind of see what it's like. And I just loved it, and I knew that was what I wanted to do. I found it so interesting, and I've had so many great experiences from it. I've been able to go and present my research at conferences, and I've really, you know, I never knew I would have such an interest in this, and concussions and neurology and things like that, if I wouldn't have had this experience.
I'm Allie Ford. I play basketball here and softball. I'm from Morganton, North Carolina. The very first thing I can think about when I think the first time I ever played basketball was sitting on the end of the bench, not being able to play, being smaller than everyone else, not even having a jersey. And then, you know, as time went on, I just fell more in love with the game. And by the time, you know, 8th grade ended, 9th grade, I made the varsity team at the high school, and then played 4 years of varsity. Figured that if I kept working these next 4 years, that it was going to pay off, and it did. I ended up at a great place. When I got here, it was instant community, instant family. It was really easy to find something to kind of throw myself into. I mean, basketball is what brought me here, but it definitely is just a platform, and it just opened the doors to so many other aspects of the Elon life. With my majors in sport and event management, you have to have the internship requirement. Well, Coach Smith played for the Indiana Fever, so I approached her, and as we started talking, she kind of saw where I was coming from and was like, oh, you need an internship. Well, I still know the general manager there. Let me send her an email. And then I finally got the call in March sometime, that they wanted me there at the end of May. So right after my last softball game, I kind of packed up all my stuff and got out of there, and then spent the summer in Indianapolis with the WNBA and was there at every home game, every practice, and then they won the championship. So that was pretty much an experience that I can't really put into words or say how much I appreciate.
My name's Olufemi Lami Conroy, part of the Elon Phoenix football team from Tallahassee, Florida. It's something special that happens when you come onto this campus. You form life friends, and I will always have contacts with my teammates, and we will be brothers for the rest of our lives. I remember when I first signed the papers and it said the amount, it was something on signing day with my mom, and she sat there and she cried. It was something special that we went through, and each year it's like I'm reminded of what I was given because we have to sign up our annual scholarship, and it shows the amount of money that you are given each year. And it's just something that a lot of students are not able to do, to say that I left college without debt at a university that is top ranked. It's something very special, and it means a lot to me and my family as well. Coming down the field on senior night with the flower in your hand that you give to your mom, it was something special, but it was kind of the end of a journey here. You just think about all the times that you've been on the practice field and the good experiences that you've had with your teammates, and it hits you all at once, and your parents come down, your mom's crying. Sometimes you don't realize what you're doing until you see somebody else and they express to you how proud they are of you. And it was just a special moment. I just wanted to leave it out on the field, and when I was done, took some pictures on the field, knew it was going to be the last time. It was something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Wow, thinking of senior night makes me a little emotional, I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't have had better teammates, better coaches, better experience. I mean, it's great that I'll be able to move on and I have such great tools to use in the future, but I will miss this a lot. I'll miss the camaraderie of my team. I'll miss, the community support. There's nothing that I won't miss from Elon, and it'll definitely be hard to say goodbye.
When you are here and you see and you get to feel the Elon experience every day, and you get to reap the benefits that all those before you have worked so hard to gain, and the people that are sending you to school, and see how much they care about you, you can't put into words how grateful and how appreciative all the student athletes have to be when you're talking, Night at the Phoenix or the Phoenix Club, or, our donors, our endowed scholarships.
I'm fortunate enough to have parents with the educational background, but some students don't have that. They don't know the opportunity that they may be able to get. And when we have people like the Phoenix Club fighting for scholarships for that child or that student to get that opportunity that most people don't get, it's very special, and I really do appreciate everything that the Phoenix Club has done and the donors have done for us.
If I were sitting next to a donor, I couldn't even express my gratitude. I feel like words wouldn't even do it justice. To be on an endowment scholarship, to know that someone is paying for me to go here, they've completely changed my life. I am so fortunate and so blessed to be where I am, and I know that I couldn't have been here without the help of donors. And all I can say is thank you, but unfortunately that just doesn't do it justice.
Well, that's our show for today. If you missed anything or want to watch it again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/ElonPhoenixWeekly.
Also, be sure to visit elonphoenix.com, your #1 source for all the maroon and gold buzz.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you continue to have a spectacular weekend.
For the Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Kimberly Wisniewski.
And I'm Joe DiRienzo. Thanks for watching.